On Wednesday's program, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, the hosts of Live, shared some personal information about their nighttime ritual. The pair told the audience how their nightly routines have become more elaborate and lengthy as they've gotten older. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa discussed their daily routine. The discussion began with Mark Consuelos discussing the nasal strips he was testing. "I'm using them to see if they help with my snoring," he stated. Then his wife, Kelly Ripa, began to make jokes about her own nightly routine, which involves using a retainer for her teeth and applying many night lotions. For almost 30 years, the couple has been weed. When they went to bed at the end of the day, they used to look sexy. They joked, "It's fantastic because when we both arrive at work, we say, 'Oh, look at you, look at you.' Because I had my retainer in and all of my creams on when we kissed goodnight last night. So I'm slimy," Kelly Ripa said. "You can just slide off me when I go to bed. I had my retainer in and my creams on. After that, he wears nasal magnets." Kelly then recommended that they produce a film segment on doing their bedtime routine, because, without trying to boast, it's the least sexy thing I've ever seen. "We used to be like, fairly, I'm not kidding, hot?" Mark Consuelos concluded her statement. "Not the sexiest people, but we were hot for each other and things looked hotter," she said in agreement. Kelly continued by saying that whenever her parents get ready for bed at night, she is now reminded of them. After over 3 decades, the Live hosts are still in love. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have remained in love despite their unattractive bedtime rituals. To begin celebrating their 28th wedding anniversary early, the couple recently took a trip to Las Vegas. On May 1, 1996, Kelly and Mark eloped and were married in a Vegas wedding chapel. They replicated their wedding photo in the Chapel of the Bells. According to Kelly Ripa, the day was romantic. Mark was wearing a white dress shirt and an all-black suit in the photo. Kelly wore a blue-green satin outfit, along with the original that they were trying to replicate. The Live host posted the picture to Instagram. When it comes to keeping their 28-year marriage sizzling, Live with Kelly and Mark hosts Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos aren't shy about spilling the tea. But even diehard fans weren't ready for the couple's latest on-air revelation, a surprisingly freaky bedtime ritual that had the studio audience gasping, laughing, and blushing all at once. During Monday morning's episode, what began as a lighthearted chat about nighttime routines quickly turned into a confessional that could have been ripped straight from a romantic comedy, or perhaps a slightly steamy reality show. It all started when Ripa, 55, casually mentioned she's been trying to improve her sleep hygiene. "I read that you're supposed to have a wind-down ritual," she said, sipping her coffee with a mischievous grin. "But apparently, ours might qualify as unconventional." Consuelos, 54, immediately gave her that look, the one fans have seen 100 times. A mix of amusement and mild panic. "Kelly, are you really going to tell them that?" he asked, laughing nervously as the audience started to buzz. "Oh, it's nothing bad," Ripa teased. "It's just maybe not what people would expect." And then she dropped the bomb. The energy exchange, according to Ripa, she and Consuelos have a nightly ritual they've been doing for years, one that involves what she calls energy sensing. "Before we go to sleep, we have to lie facing each other, palms together, like a mirror," she explained, demonstrating by pressing her hands together in front of her chest. "We match our breathing until it feels like we're breathing as one." It sounds romantic, right? The audience collectively awed. But then came the twist. "Once we're sensed," she continued, "we both make this low humming sound. It's like a vibration. It started as a meditation thing, but somehow it evolved into this weird primal duet. The sound kind of fills the room. Sometimes our dog leaves the bed. I think even he's weirded out." The audience erupted in laughter. Consuelos, clearly trying to maintain his composure, chimed in, "It's true. We started doing it because Kelly read that humming together can lower stress hormones and improve intimacy. But now it's part of our whole vibe. If we skip it, we can't sleep. It's like our bodies know something's missing. Fans lose it as soon as the clip hit social media. Fans lost their minds. Within hours, hashtag Kelly and Mark Bedtime was trending on X, formerly Twitter. One user wrote, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos doing couple humming rituals before bed is the most them thing ever. Another joked. Some people count sheep. Kelly and Mark start a two-person sound bath. Others, however, were totally intrigued. Honestly, that sounds kind of peaceful. One fan commented on Instagram, if humming with my husband means I get a marriage like theirs, I'm in. Even the show's producer, Michael Gelman, couldn't resist weighing in. We've seen a lot on this show, he said during a commercial break. But I didn't think tonight's dreams would include Kelly and Mark's energy hum choir. From meditation to connection after the laughter died down, Ripa got candid about how the ritual began. It actually started back in 2020, she said. You know, we were all stressed. Everyone was anxious, and Mark was snoring like a chainsaw. I read this article about couples sensing their breathing to feel more connected, and I said, let's try it. At first, it was awkward. We couldn't stop laughing. But then something shifted. Consuelos nodded, adding, it sounds corny, but it's grounding. We've both got crazy schedules. Some nights, that's the only time we really slow down and just breathe together. It's like resetting the Wi-Fi of our marriage. Ripa smiled. Exactly. It's not about being freaky. Okay, maybe a little freaky, but it's about closeness. When you've been married this long, you have to find new ways to stay connected. The vibration mystery, of course. The conversation didn't end there. Ripa couldn't resist taking it a step further. Sometimes the vibration goes on so long, we both fall asleep mid-hum, she said, giggling. One night, I woke up and Mark was still humming, like in his sleep. I thought we'd reached some new level of spiritual enlightenment. Consuelos, laughing, added, I think that was just me snoring through my nose. The pair's hilarious banter reminded everyone why Live with Kelly and Mark continues to charm audiences. Equal parts humor, heart, and a little harmless oversharing. Expert opinions by afternoon, lifestyle blogs, and relationship experts were already chiming in. Dr. Leila Santos, a couples therapist from New York, told E! News? What Kelly and Mark are describing isn't as weird as it sounds. Shared breathing and humming can activate the vagus nerve, promoting calm and intimacy. It's a powerful bonding tool, and a lot healthier than doom scrolling before bed. Ripa later reposted the quote on her Instagram story with a winking caption, See? Science. Behind the laughs, what makes this revelation so quintessentially Kelly and Mark is their ability to balance absurdity and sincerity. They might be one of Hollywood's longest-running couples, but their marriage still feels refreshingly human, complete with quirks, laughter, and the occasional oddball bedtime habit. We've never been the candle at dinner type, Ripa admitted during the segment. For us, romance lives in the little things, like laughing at each other's weird habits and still thinking it's cute. Consuelos leaned over and kissed her cheek. I don't think anyone would describe our marriage as boring. The audience melted. A modern love story, it's no secret that the Ripa-Consuelos union has become one of daytime TV's great success stories, built on passion, humor, and a touch of chaos. Whether they're debating household chores or confessing freaky rituals, the couple has turned authenticity into their trademark. As Ripa wrapped up the segment, she gave the audience one final piece of advice. You don't have to hum together, though I highly recommend it. Just find your thing. The silly, the sweet, the sacred. Marriage is a long road, and you've got to make it fun along the way. And with that, Live with Kelly and Mark cut to commercial, leaving viewers laughing, intrigued, and maybe, just maybe, planning to try a little humming of their own that night. Epilogue. The next morning, the following day, Ripa joked on Instagram that she had created a nationwide hum movement. Mark says he's hearing phantom vibrations in his ears, she wrote, posting a selfie of them in bed, faces half hidden under the sheets. Mission accomplished. The post racked up over 500,000 likes in hours. Because whether you call it freaky, funny, or strangely spiritual, Kelly and Mark have once again proven that their secret to lasting love isn't really a secret at all.